Well, hello there. It's the B2, and we're going to take a look at heroes and generals, and specifically we're going to look at adding an academy trained officer into the mix. That's right. So what happens is when you get up to 300 and I guess 23k, I think that's the limit, but we're going to take a look at that anyway. You have some options, and actually it starts earlier. Like, let's say you wanted to move on the RTS map. Okay, B2, what does the RTS map mean? Okay, if you go into generals, this is what I call the RTS map, or real-time strategy map, I guess is a better view. So right now, Steam is going to update this through the Heroes and Generals Redo server, and it's going to give you all the war information, right? So we're going to take a look, and this is war. Oh, we got a little promotion there, huh? So this is War 380, and it is a 28-day war. That's right, a 28-day war. It's absolutely the longest war that I've been involved in. But it's kind of cool because, you know, I don't like those little short one-day wars. You know, nobody really gets to experience much and move around the map. So, and actually, this match is finished. I was waiting on this. So we are going to go ahead and move down some troops into this next battle. And if you look, there's two ways to move troops. You can click on the town, and then left-click and drag to the town, and then you'll hear it pop and it'll move. Or you can come from this menu over here and left-click and drag down, and then move troops that way as well. So I'm just going to move a few troops down just to kind of get this battle started. So give me 1 second. And we're going to move some jeeps down. I'm sorry, motorbikes down. And then there's the jeeps right here. We're going to move those down, and we're going to get this battle started in here. It looks like we're the only people moving right now. But I want to get them down there before those paratroopers. That's called para-blocking, and that's kind of a technique a lot of people use. I don't know whose paratroopers these are, but they're going to allow us to come down and start this battle without having to fight a skirmish, which is just super nice. Alright, so back to what we were doing, and that's looking at the academy trained officers. So if I go into here and click on recruit soldier, it's going to pop up, and then you could do a basic infantryman for 9,200. You could do an infantry guy for 175k, and I would recommend you get at least 3 or 4 academy trained lieutenants before going into some of the other things. And that's just a personal preference. Other people will argue that point, and that's fine. That's the way they want to play the game. I happen to want to move a lot of ground troops because I really think that's where you're going to be able to block. You need 180 infantry to block a town, and by block a town I mean make them fight in that town. So whatever your opponent is, if you throw 180 infantry in, they will have to fight the battle. So, or it will go to an auto-resolve. If there's not 180 infantry, then it will auto-resolve in 5 minutes. If there is 180, it takes 30 minutes to resolve. That's right, 30 minutes. So the more towns you have 180 troops in across the map, the slower your enemy is going to move through your territory. And that's huge, because a lot of people don't understand that. They'll leave 54 troops in there, 75 troops in there, and all they're going to do is just get auto-resolved and beat. And that's why the Germans steamroll us every time, so pay attention to that. Alright, so I am going to decide which one I want now. I can either go with I've got a tanker and 3 infantry, so what I could do is go pilot, paratrooper, or recon. And I think, or can I go recon? I can't do recon because it's 479k. We're not going to go that route. So that's going to leave us with paratrooper or pilot. And I think I'm going to go with paratrooper for 323. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, 323k. Boom. A new paratrooper is yours, and you'll see that the money up here goes down to 7k, which is paltry. But we're going to work that back up. So now here I have Stanislav Gavrilenkov. And I don't have enough to change his name, but I'll do that later. Or I do. I got some gold. Let's do that. Oops. I didn't change his name. Let's change it to... you know what? Let's just call him Paratrooper, so I know who he is. And then we'll purchase it. There we go. His name is Paratrooper. Fantastic. Alright, so now what I have here is the ability to go into the General's map, go into the HQ map, and buy an assault team. And we can do Pathfinders. So, for 60,000 war funds, I'm going to be able to have 6 transport planes and 24 paratroopers. That's pretty good stuff. So, we're going to go ahead and buy the assault team. We are going to give the assault team a name, and we're going to call it Order 227, and we'll call them Paras. Really, and we'll just pay gold for that one. Alright, and there we go. Now we have a brand new Pathfinders unit. So if I come into the HQ menu and I look at faction resources right now, we have a 13-man queue on Paratroopers. Boo. Anyway, so I'll come in and we'll pop down to, where's the para? Here we go. So he's not activated yet, so if I push on that attack team, it's going to yellow check it, and it's going to tell me I'm 1 of 1 on my assault teams there. So I'm going to close those out. We're going to come down here to Paras, left click deploy, and we're going to deploy them out of Copenhagen, or Hagen, or however you decide to do it. And it's going to tell me that I am number 14 in the queue for Paras. So that is how you do an academy trained academy trained paratrooper, and buy that in. So the next one, I think what we're going to end up doing is saving the 500k and go ahead and knocking out a recon unit next. So anyway, it's B2. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to address them. Thanks. Bye.